Good morning, you all, on this beautiful, bright Sunday morning. I'm coming to you, Life Process. This is Charlene. The other day, I had taped a series on finding your voice. And I don't remember what happened. Oh, yeah, I was on the top of my building at my job and the video kept cutting off, so I had to delete it. But I wanted to come back on and I wanted to complete that particular sharing that was in my heart regarding finding your voice in the process of life, finding your voice. You know, we grow up, we learn, we're not taught how to find our voice, have our voice, let our voice sound out, and trust our voice. And so we give away a lot to other people in situations. We give away a lot. We don't allow our voice to speak on our behalf. But I was thinking about how in Genesis, when God, the whole series, Genesis 1, when he's creating the heavens, he's creating the earth, and he's speaking, right? He's letting his voice be heard, and his voice carries a creative power. And then when he told the prophet Ezekiel to speak to the dry bones, the voice of the prophet carried a creative power. And several other prophets were told to speak to the winds and speak to the mountains, and their voices carried a creative power. What does it mean to find your voice? And what difference can you make not only in your life, but in the lives of others when you find your voice? God has created us with a creative power when he said in his image and his likeness, we've all been created. Y'all, we supposed to be going walking. I don't know why they're getting in the car. Anyway, my grandchildren and my daughter. When God created us, he said we were created in his likeness and his image. So we have the same design within us that our voice carries a creative power. I was talking to one of my aunties this morning. She had gone through a procedure and she was in the hospital. And I love the way that she explained her update to me. She's a 4-time cancer survivor. I already give her hands high five and applause for that, because it takes a lot. And those who have endured any kind of painful process, you know that that's not a walk in the park. It takes a lot to go through that and still maintain your positive perspective and letting your voice be the creative power in your life. And what she said was, when they went in, the current doctor that she has, he had already informed her that if he went in and he saw something else, that, he was going to take care of it while he was inside. And the way she explained it was this: I'm very grateful and very appreciative of my doctor and his wisdom, because when he went in, not only did he take care of what he initially went in there for, I apologize for that. He initially went in there tidy up. He tidied up what work was done prior to. It has to do with cancer, of course, and making sure that I forget how she explained to me what the doctor told her about the chemo. But anyway, it was successful. What they did, it was successful. But what I want to point out was the power of her voice, the power of her speech, and how she talked about her situation. The choice words that she chose to use in sharing the procedure and the process of what she's going through. I do this all the time with myself. I have, no matter what I go through, I make the choice, and I really do have to give God all the credit for it in terms of the perspective that I choose to have in my life. And the perspective that I choose to have is one of positivity, one of faith, one of believing that everything really does work out for our good. It may not come when you think it should come, but the older you live and the longer you stay in that walk of faith with God, you begin to see how he really does work things out. But listen to this, you guys. He is expecting you to get partnered up with him by using your voice to creatively speak into your own situation. So things won't turn around right away. I'm not going to say that that's how it works. But what I am going to say is when you make the choice to find when you find your voice, first of all, find your voice. You don't make a choice to find your voice. You just find your voice. You find your voice, have faith that your voice has power to create. Right? It's going to create whether you accept that truth or not, because whatever you speak, you will create that type of energy around you. But when you know consciously that my voice could either set me up for a positive future or set me up for a negative downfall. Think about that. And so when you consciously make that choice, once you have found your voice, you have to be confident in the voice that you have. God gave you that voice for a reason. Your voice carries a vibration. When you speak, you can cause a ripple effect in the atmosphere. God gave you that voice for you to use really for your good, not for your negative, not against yourself or anybody else. So the biggest challenge that a lot of people are going to deal with is finding their voice. The second challenge they're going to deal with is being confident in the voice that they have. Because we're not really taught to be confident in our voice, especially African-American people from where we've come from. We were not taught, we were not allowed to speak whatever was in our head, or our heart, or our minds. We were not allowed to speak that thing. And when we did speak out, what happened? So we're having to now go back and regain and recapture the authority in our own voice, so we can speak that voice, but we don't have to be negative about it. We don't have to, damn everybody else. Don't get mad at because I use that word. Hear me? We can go back and know that what I have to say matters, how I say it, that I may have to work on at times, but what I have to say, it matters. Are you guys ready, or y'all still in the car? Okay, they still doing their thing. So am I riding with you and then we walking somewhere else? Here I am. Come on, we gonna get in the car. Y'all just ride with me. So because I really felt that this is important to really come on, and this is not going to be the only one I do about finding your voice, because I feel like, a lot of people need to be encouraged in finding their voice, and then also be encouraged and supported in allowing their voice to speak out. Whatever it is that God has given you, darling, that's your voice. It is creative. It has the creative design. It was already made that way. So I want to encourage you. Don't let nobody shut you up. Don't let nobody shut you down. Like I said, I may have to work on my delivery, but what I have to say matters. So I just want to say, from Life Process, y'all keep on working on you and being the best you can be at any given time, because it's always growing up and it's always maturing up. God bless everybody. Have an awesome, fantastic day.
Come up with phrases,